Hawaiian Islands, the Orient, contact center to everyone, 26.25.
And Chalk 6 is taking fire. Okay, divert south of the river. Divert. I see you come to the red train. I just called up. You said damn well.
Since the dawn of the first age, by the elders it was foretold, a mighty cure that would rise when needed most. Their words would inspire enlightenment among the common. As it was prophesied, it has come to pass. Everybody has a podcast.
So, I think we've talked a little bit about this in previous episodes, right? I go to certain places, and throughout my life, you guys have seen this, I have an odd attraction to white trash girls and menial jobs.
Show of hands real quick. Who is oddly attracted to white trash girls? I am. Bilford?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't mean to seem like an elitist here, but I cannot share your affinity for that, guys.
Well, no, they have to make less than $10 an hour.
But, Billy, let me preface this by saying both of our current wonderful ladies are not white trash. And just because you admit that you have an attraction doesn't mean that, they are that. So it's safe to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither one of y'all's girlfriends / wives, or both, are white trash. So,
Yeah, it's just not something that I find, attractive.
Fair enough. So, Billy, would you go so far as to say it's a turnoff to you, or you don't have an opinion?
I would say if I was picking between three girls and they were all equally, looks-wise all equal, and two of the three were a little whiskey tango, I would go with the girl that wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, not me.
Nothing wrong with that, Clark. There's somebody for everybody.
I make pretty good money and have a pretty good job. And I like to consider myself a little bit on the classier side whenever I'm not spewing horrible things out of my mouth. I know how to have a good time, and yet never involves horseback riding or mudding. However, I'll be goddamned. I will pull into pulled into a Burger King drive-thru.
Well, come on.
Yeah. And little chick, she opened the door, opened the thing up, and of course I'm there in my beautiful ass 2008 Chevy Cobalt LS.
Which Burger King was it here in the?
It's in Hewitt.
In Hewitt, okay.
Yeah, so it's safe. And she's like, "Hey, you want some ketchup?" I was like, "Yes, ma'am." We just kind of locked eyes, and it's in my mind, I'm like, "Let me save you. Let me take you away from this world." And obviously, that's played out great once in my life. We know that. So, I have to flash back to horrible moments in my life to be to not hit on her. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, So I pretend like I don't even notice her. And of course, she's white trash. So that makes her even more mad.
Oh, sure, because you're just like her dad that didn't pay attention to her.
Yeah, for real. And man, I just love it so much. I know, Ryan, you've had a couple experiences with white trash girls.
Well,
you want to share a couple?
Yeah, thanks, Clark. So yeah, man. I mean, I grew up in a small country town, and you did as well. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I did as well.
So as of the 2000 census, my sign read 800 people in town. And yeah, I grew up with these country girls, man. And I am attracted to some fucking white trash girls. And maybe it's because it sounds like you're a saver. I'm kind of a saver. Let me rescuer. What's the term?
You're.
And nothing wrong with that until you find yourself a little white trash girl. Then you're going to create some problems because they're very fertile.
Yeah, God damn it.
So would you say it's important to get them after their first fast food failure job and before they get on stage at Too Many's or the strip club? Or
It's really important to let them fail at life a couple times before you pick them up. But don't let them get fat before it happens.
Well, I think that if you let them go long enough, eventually they'll find a little crystal meth, and that normally handles it.
Yeah, you gotta catch them quick. It's like catfishing. You don't want to catch them too soon because then they're not. Then they don't put out what you need.
Now, I do find a trashy kind of country accent. I do find that endearing to a girl.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is this Rocky Mountain jeans and the whole
the
Ricky Bobby shirt look and all that stuff. I just can't get into.
Well, no, they need to they need to be trashy, but they're trying to clean up. So they don't want to. it's not that they wear like the Wrangler jeans that come up above the belly button and they have fucking cowboy boots on. That's a big turnoff for me. But if you can catch them at their day job, or not, come on, they don't have a day job. If you catch them at like Walmart at 2:00 in the morning, and they're just wearing their fucking beat up, torn up jeans, and they're fucking just like they're content with Walmart at 2:00 in the morning, you're like, oh yeah.
So I would think a good place to, if any of our listeners are into this same kind of girl, because it seems fairly common, a good place to hunt these would be like at Academy, standing next to the Browning stickers.
Oh yeah.
You know, the Browning stickers is like the deer and the antlers you see on the back of the truck.
Yeah.
I mean, you typically can't go wrong with retail, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying good people don't work in retail. Hell, my daddy worked in retail. His daddy's daddy worked in retail. Retail runs in my family. But what I'm telling you is it's a good place to start.
Damn it, dude. Oh God. Sorry.
I don't know if I've told this story before on the podcast. I probably have because I spew the same shit over and over. But this is a retail story. Clark and myself and Billy, we met in retail. You know, look at the beauty that came of that. But we were sitting there at Circuit City one day, and me and Clark were not working as usual. Billy was trying to watch and catch us not working so he could fire us.
Doing a miserable job, apparently.
Yeah. And there was a new girl up front at the counter. And for some reason, man, my spidey sense was tingling. I was attracted to this one, and I wanted to marry her. And I looked at Clark, and I said, Clark, I don't know how I know this, but I promise you that girl is from Navarro County. Navarro County is the redneck-ass county I grew up in. And Clark's like, okay, haha, funny. I went up and talked to her, and holy shit, oh yeah, she was from Navarro County. I
smelled it on her.
I could smell it, dude. I picked up on those pheromones, and I was like, oh yes, ma'am, I will mount you. I did not. But,
No, you didn't.
yeah.
You think she started producing eggs the moment you walked close to her? It's kind of like Species, you know?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
what's good is that like 2 weeks later, Philip, friend of the show, finger banged her on my couch.
Philip
That's good.
Hawkins?
Yeah, Philip Hawkins, now engaged.
Okay. She's a beautiful lady.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Finger banged her hard on my couch.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what happens to white trash girls is they get finger banged on couches.
Name who this was?
I don't even remember her name anymore.
Yeah. Ryan, do you remember the first name to this person?
Oh,
Because I probably hired her.
She was just, all I know is she was my first love, and it was very fleeting. That's all I know. And then Philip finger banged her.
And she worked at the front or at the customer service counter.
Yeah.
And she came over to, yeah, that's a very white trash girl thing to do. She definitely, she got finger banged on somebody else's couch except for the guy who was finger banging her.
Clark,
she came over to a random guy's house, and then somebody else finger banged her.
Well, let's hope that couch was Enduro suede.
So yeah,
No,
Clark, I
but-
understand where that is. I can't explain it. I don't think science can. We're not there yet with the technology. But yes, I understand that attraction. I'm with you, man. Billy, you seem to be the other way.
Yeah, well, I think it's because, I don't know. For me, I grew, my mom and dad had horses, and I was indoctrinated into that whole subculture as a small child. It's just not something that I was ever interested in, I was more into the girl that was socially awkward, the one that was like, you take her into a group of people and she's going to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I like, because, you can really groom those into...
So what?
doing anything
So
you want.
your girlfriend would just walk into your group of friends and be like, I got some fucking mad mud butt.
No, it's more of just saying offensive things or
And not meaning to.
not necessarily talking about mud butt because I don't think I can handle that. But it's more of the saying the worst thing possible or just being awkward around people. I generally gravitate towards that. If anybody knows my ex, he was definitely that.
Clark.
Well, no, I go to two extremes here. I go, I like them kind of trashy, or I like them super duper classy. But I don't
not
like
both?
anything in between. So blue jean. I'm just so sick of seeing blue jeans and t-shirts. Let me put it that way. Because white trash girls will try to church themselves up, and they'll put on a nasty dress that just doesn't look good. But man, it's a nasty dress that don't look good. And I'm like, yes, ma'am.
who doesn't love that?
This is interesting to me, being a kind of a third party here, not sharing the same attraction you guys. What do you guys think about tattoos with these girls? What about for instance, the tramp stamp? What are your thoughts?
See, my problem is that I like trashy girls, but I hate tattoos.
Okay.
So where's that diamond in the rough?
Well, but
you know?
see, here's the deal, Clark. See, in your mind, in your ideal, they're so white trash they couldn't afford a tattoo if they wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, if they did, their cousin Cletus fucking did it to him, and it looks horrible.
Yeah. Well, no, okay, so, I mean, yeah, I don't like tattoos. I don't, because every chick now has tattoos. So, to see a tattoo on a chick, you're just like, okay, it looks like shit. Oh, it's a butterfly? Oh, that's unique. That's good.
So you're
That's real
telling
good.
me a tattoo on, like, her thigh of her miscarried baby, of, like, the dates that she had, would not do it for you? Because that's, like,
Staring
the
at it the
ultimate,
whole time,
yeah,
dude.
that's the
She
ultimate
says
white
it's
trash.
miscarried, but they're,
Yeah.
she went to the clinic.
Yeah, I mean, anything's going to be miscarried inside of you if they shove a blender up your vag.
The more, the more, like, in memory of, with the initials and dates on the back of their car, like, the more attracted you are to their family as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, but no, they've got to not, I don't like tattoos, but if, I tell you, I can deal with some tattoos if they're kind of specked around, but the biggest thing that really pisses me off, if you have a tattoo in proximity of your tit or your ass, that is too far for me.
Yeah.
You have gone full trailer park, and we are not going to talk.
I
So-
do. The titty tattoo is miserable.
I think it's important too to define trashy. What would you guys define like 3 things that you guys both would think kind of point somebody in a trashy, like you would label them as trashy?
Hair up in a ponytail at work.
Okay.
My girlfriend just looked at you.
Unless you're a nurse.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm talking about But I already clarified by stating she has to make less than $10 an hour.
Oh.
So, like, she's at Walmart. She has a blue vest on, you know, and she's just like, fuck it.
Is Carmen in the background writing these down?
Yeah. You know, I would classify. I would just say, like, they don't give a fuck. You know, they will get drunk for no reason. They love it. It will not take much to get them drunk, and you can do it on some cheap shit. And yeah, usually they put out. I mean, I guess that's kind of appealing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think almost every chick now is putting out by date number 2.
It's a beautiful time to be alive.
It's
Or a
about
horrible
time.
one if you're trying to get married. It's like, fuck. I had sex with you. We're not getting married. Like, sorry.
So basically, what we're labeling is like a your run of the mill small town Texas girl that puts out quickly.
18 to 24, she is not. You're like, whenever they're like 18 or 19, it's pretty safe to say, what are you doing for college, or what's going on at school? She's like, I'm not going to college. Like, oh, okay.
I'm gonna learn how to do nails.
Yeah. I've been in cosmetology school for about 3 years, and
Yeah, what would be some like, what are their aspirations? Like, where would they peak professionally?
they always want to be a hairstylist.
Oh, receptionist is probably as far as we're gonna go.
Oh yeah, if they get an office job 8 to 5, holy fuck.
Yeah,
they
but
are
that would be queen fucking bee right there. Like, most of them, honestly, like they pull a shift to liquor store.
Yeah. Well, no, like there's this girl at the store here in Waco that I go to, and she's pretty white trash, but she talks to me about wine, and it's like, God damn it, like there's a mystery to you that I'm going to explore over a $10 bottle of wine.
She does work at a liquor store clerk.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
God,
There's a whole lot of knowledge there.
she like does her job, man. That's so white trash of her.
Part of what you never had is gone and can't be taken back.